Live from the authority of South Florida, The Rich Stevens Show starts right now on News Talk 850 WFTL.
Got a real good show up there, and I think we're proving our point, old buddy.
New York attitude, Florida charm. Talk so hot, it's a 4-alarm. Right, smart, unafraid. A double shot of truth on your radio waves. Hey, hey, oh, whoa. Time to crank up your radio. Hey, hey, whoa, whoa. Time for the Rich Stevens Radio Show. Rich Stevens. Sounds so nice, you're gonna say it twice. Rich Stevens Show. Coming to you strong on your radio.
How are you? What's going on? Welcome to the broadcast on this. I cannot believe it. It is November 1st, 2016. It seems like I was just saying it's January 1st, 2016.
It's insane.
I don't know where this year has gone to.
2 more months.
Unbelievable. 2 more months before what?
Till the next year.
No, well, yeah, actually, if you count today, 2 more months, and we're talking a new year.
That's what I'm saying.
Unbelievable. Even more incredible, 1 week from today.
Election.
It's freaking election day. It seems like Donald Trump was just coming down that escalator at Trump Tower and announcing that he's running officially for president of the United States. It's just, it scares me. It really scares me that time is going by so quick.
I know, it scares me too. Like, where does it go?
I don't know. It seems like it was just yesterday that I was saying goodbye to you. You were going to Atlanta for the weekend, right?
Yeah.
And did it fly by?
Yes, I feel like I didn't even go.
What the heck is happening? I'm glad it's not only me because, this is just, and here's the thing. Everybody says, this is what happens when you get past 20 years old. Everything seems to go by quick. It has nothing to do with that. I talked to my friend's daughter last night who's 18, and she made the same comment. I can't believe that tomorrow, and that it's already, she actually said last night, I can't believe it's already Halloween. The freakiest part is I can't believe it's now past Halloween. What's even worse, and this is not good news, I got to tell you, there's one thing that I hate more than anything, and if I'm not mistaken, it's happening next week. I'm not sure. I have to check. Usually I'm on top of this, but I guess, I forgot and I haven't checked. But when I walked out of the house this morning, it was still a little dark. And if I'm not mistaken, the time change is coming up.
Next week, I believe.
Is it next week?
Yes.
So that means it's really going to be dark when I walk out of the house in the morning. And I'm not a fan of that. I do not like that.
Neither do I.
It actually takes me 2 weeks sometime to get adjusted, or I should say readjusted to the time change, which I hate.
So do we lose an hour?
No, this is the game.
Ends,
this
right?
is the game. Yeah. So we go the opposite way now.
Opposite way.
So that's not good. So that means that at 2 o'clock in the morning, it becomes 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like, what happened to that hour? So if the other one, the fall back, wait a minute, this is fall back, isn't it? Is this fall?
Daylight saving time ends. That's what I know. So if it ends, that's what I'm asking.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I could be wrong. I think it's fall back, spring forward. So that means we get an extra hour?
Fall back, spring forward. Yep. So instead of 2, it's going to be 1, you mean? Like 2 a.m.
Yeah, and that means so when I wake up at 4, it's really 3?
Wait. Hold on.
Yeah, you better look it up first.
Okay.
Yeah. So because if at 2 o'clock it becomes 1 o'clock, that means when I get up at 4 o'clock, it's really 3 o'clock. Hence, it's going to be pitch freaking black when I walk outside.
Right.
Oh God, I hate this time of year. And the snowbirds, with all due respect, I know the snowbirds contribute to our economy and bring us, lots of revenue and stuff, but they're already here. Hello to our snowbirds.
So yes, it will be next week, November 6th.
That's Saturday?
Yes, Sunday. So instead of you're gonna turn your clocks backward.
Okay, so is it any coincidence that November 6th is also the last day of early voting in Florida? No, that's nothing to do with it. And by the way, as I said, 1 week from today, Election Day, come join me on Election Day morning at Reuven's Restaurant. It's on Jog Road in Delray Beach. We're going to have breakfast at 8 a.m., and then a live broadcast of the Rich Stevens Show from 9 to 11. You can be part of this live broadcast. Come on by and watch how we do it. And, of course, I want you to join the conversation, too. I don't care who you're voting for. I just come on by. Oh, and if you want to be part of my VIP table, we got a VIP table set up for Breakfast with Rich right before the broadcast.
Popping bottles or what?
We're talking free breakfast at Reuven's if you're part of the VIP situation. Keep listening. I'll tell you when to call in and win. Sometimes this morning, another winner guaranteed to put you at the VIP table. Mark in Fort Lauderdale is telling me it's going to be brighter in the morning and darker earlier. Kenny from the Bronx says you gain the hour. It's going to be daylight when you awake. You see, that doesn't make sense because it seemed a little bit darker this morning when I walked out. So if it goes back an hour, it's going to be darker, no? Am I missing something? I always get confused with this.
Yeah, me too. I get so confused with it. I just do it.
Well, of course, we don't have a choice.
We don't have to, but I'm saying the phone's it already does it for me. So
I know. Thank God the phone. Oh, you know what happened to the phone today? I couldn't wake up this morning. I made a horrible mistake, and thank God there's somebody watching out for me. I couldn't wake up this morning. I was so tired. And I have 7 alarms set on my iPhone. So I rolled over and I set another alarm for 5 minutes. I just wanted 5 more minutes because I went through all the alarms, right? Mm-hmm. And then about 7 minutes later, all of a sudden I go, oh, like that. I jumped up and I looked at the phone because it seemed like it was longer than 5 minutes. And it was 8 minutes longer, and I couldn't understand why didn't the alarm go off? This is how tired I was. I set the alarm, but forgot to turn it on.
Oh, wow.
So that could have been potentially me not showing up today.
So I get it now. Since we're going to go back, sunrise and sunset will be 1 hour earlier.
Sunrise will be 1 hour. Yeah, so sunrise is 1 hour early. It's going to be dark, right?
I don't know. It says there will be more light in the morning.
How could there be more light in the morning? So does that mean, wait a minute, so does this mean it's going to be dark at 4 o'clock in the afternoon?
Because the sun will rise earlier since we're going to go back.
So does this mean darker in the afternoon?
Correct.
You're sure? You don't know.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't understand. Whatever. All right, so everybody's texting brighter in the morning.
Brighter in the morning, darker at night.
But as we get close to winter days, it's going to be dark in the morning and dark at night, Steve in Fort Lauderdale says. But I'm telling you, that was a sign this morning that it was a little bit darker. So if we go back an hour, this is really confusing.
Just I don't know.
Look, I walked out of the house this morning at 6:30, and it was still a little dark. So next week it's going to be 5:30, but it will really be 6:30. So isn't it going to be darker? Oh, please help me. 877-850-8585. 877-850-8585. I know, but it's not. It's one of these things that's not registering.
Sunrise will be earlier.
Okay, so if the sunrise is normally 7:30, next week it's going to be 6:30, right? Because we're going back an hour. So if sunrise is then we'll be lighter in the morning. Oh, okay, I got it. All right, never mind. Don't call. Sorry.
Oh my goodness, Rich.
I feel a little bit dumb. All right, stand by. Quick timeout. This is the Rich Stevens Show.
Get the 850 WFTL app for Android or Apple today. Join exclusive contests and leave us a talkback and be heard on the air. Get it at 850WFTL.com.
I started getting these dark spots from the sun. So after visiting half a dozen beauty counter experts and spending over $400, I still have dark spots. I should have used that money on shoes.
If you're tired of products that don't work, try Citronex. Citronex is the uniquely new, naturally effective way to help make dark spots go away. 1 capsule daily contains ingredients clinically tested to restore your skin from within. You won't find this potent blend of antioxidants anywhere else. Call 1-800-847-7103 and let Citronex help your skin look even-toned and radiant once again. That's 1-800-847-7103. Call now and get a free gift.
So try Citronex. I'm reminded it works every time I look in the mirror or get a new pair of shoes.
Call now for a risk-free trial. Call 1-800-847-7103 today.
Are you in a situation where I find it much better when I talk with the microphone on, I'm just saying, in case you're watching. Do you find yourself in a situation where you need some home health care services I need you to call Safe and Steady. Here's the phone number, 561-237-5252, 561-237-5252. Why do I want you to call Safe and Steady? Well, it's pretty simple. Safe and Steady has the best caregivers. Safe and Steady has the best customer service. And unlike other companies here in South Florida, Safe and Steady is locally owned. The owners, Jimmy, Kathy, and George, live here in South Florida. Should you, and you're not going to, but should you have any kind of issue or problem, you pick up the phone, you call 561-237-5252. You say, I need to speak to Jimmy or Kathy or George, and they'll help you with your situation, whatever it is, on the spot. That's the beauty of the customer service at Safe and Steady. They can help you with all kinds of services, from bathing and cooking and personal care and housekeeping. They can even send somebody to be with your loved one or family member, whoever it is, friend, while they're in the hospital, while they're in a rehab facility. I never knew this until a few years ago, and I've been talking about, or I should say I've been raving about Safe and Steady for years. Safe and Steady has taken care of my mom for quite a long time when she was in the hospital. So I would be at work, I'd be worried about my mom, but I knew Safe and Steady had somebody with her, and I felt a lot better. You'll feel better too. They accept all forms of long-term care insurance and, of course, private pay. 561-237-5252 for Safe and Steady.
When all 20 grandkids are here and their parents are all running late. When you've been married 40 years but still plan a great date. When you've had 2 full servings of veggies and you're feeling really great.
With 2 full servings of veggies in every glass, there's nothing like the original V8 to fuel a full day. Get your V8 today.
At the Family Center for Recovery in Lantana, they treat little problems before they become big problems. Unfortunately, 98% of treatment centers won't treat teens because they think it's too difficult or not profitable enough. Whether your teen is struggling with behavior issues, substance abuse, or mental illness, they believe every kid deserves a chance. Contact Family Center for Recovery or go to fcfrmd.com. That's fcfrmd.com. Family Center for Recovery. Before little problems become big problems.
Listen, I got to tell you about AutoBuy. I'm telling you about AutoBuy every single day, but maybe for the first time you've turned on the radio and you're saying, Rich Stevens is talking about AutoBuy. There's a reason I'm talking about AutoBuy, because AutoBuy is the only way you should ever sell your car. Why? Because they always pay the max. Don't believe me? Go to WePayTheMax.com. Get all the details. There are 5 easy-to-get-to locations for AutoBuy, from the Treasure Coast to Miami, or Miami to the Treasure Coast, depending on where you're coming from, of course. And they can help you get the max each and every time. How do they do that? Well, because they have a network of buyers all over the country. They get in touch with Mark and Anthony and they say, hey, this is what we're looking for today. And then you happen to drive in with one of those vehicles they're looking for, and hey, they're going to pay you the max. That's what AutoBuy is all about, paying the max. So if you want to get the max, you got to go to AutoBuy. You can drive in today. They're open till 7 o'clock, or you could get online, go to WePayTheMax.com, make an appointment. And if you can't get to AutoBuy, AutoBuy can get to you. They'll come to your office, do the certified evaluation right on the spot in 20 minutes. And if you have your title, you want to sell right then and there, they'll pay you on the spot, and they always give you the max. That's the AutoBuy difference. WePayTheMax.com. That's WePayTheMax.com. Go there right now.
Selling or buying real estate inside West Palm Beach? Call me, Barry O'Brien of the McEwen team at Keller Williams Coastal. Lisa McEwen's team has decades of experience here, so call me at 561-320-1057 to get started. And be sure to listen to me, Lisa, and Aaron Wormus every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. on Inside West Palm Beach, right here on 850 WFTL. If you're selling or buying, call Barry O'Brien at 561-320-1057.
All right, looks like that left lane is still closed, 95 northbound after Indiantown Road. Definitely want to stick to the right to get through it, and expect some slowdowns from Donald Ross Road. Also, an earlier crash is cleared on Beeline Highway westbound north of North Lake Boulevard. This report brought to you by the Foundation for a Better Life. While many rose up with violence, he sat down for peace. Mahatma Gandhi reached out with the strength he cultivated within his soul. Soul, pass it on for the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com. I'm May Stores at your 850 WFTL traffic.
I'm no right-winger. I'm just plain right. This is Joyce Kaufman. Listen to my show every weekday at noon on News Talk 850 WFTL.
Some call it bitching. We call it motivational speaking. This is The Rich Stevens Show on News Talk 850 WFTL.
All right, so here's the deal. I got to straighten out, even though, you see, the time change screws me up before it even happens. So you can imagine when it happens, this is what we were talking about before the break, but we have it resolved at this point. Here's the deal. And I'm going to thank Steve in Fort Lauderdale and Bob in Boca for the two comments that really have set me straight, even though for some reason, look, I'm not good with math, and some reason it all just gets screwed with my brain. Bob says I need more coffee. I wake up later next week. The sun will be up, darker in the afternoon. So my question, and Steve says it's going to be light in the morning. As we get close to winter days, it's going to be dark in the morning and dark at night. Wait a minute. I thought I had it down, but now I'm even more confused. All right, hold on. So the deal is that the time change happens next week, right before Election Day. We get an extra hour of sleep, and we need it. The candidates need it too. And by the way, I find it fascinating that some schools, I mean, there's no doubt that this election has stirred up quite a bit of anger, and in response, there's many schools that are taking precautions on Election Day, and they're closing. How sad is this? Think about this for a minute, because a lot of polling locations are located inside schools. A number of schools have just decided to cut all classes, just stop them on November 8th to make sure all the kids are safe. You know, now that I think about it, when I grew up in New York, the polling places were always in schools. But for some reason, I think we still went to school, if I'm not mistaken. The National School Boards Association does not know exactly how many school boards are going to be closed on Election Day, but it reports that a number of school districts across the country have either at this point canceled all classes or requested a polling place to be moved from schools to other buildings. That might be the better idea, just moving away from schools if you're worried about, God forbid, things happening. And then there's the awful tragedies that happen. And, you know, usually we hear about these tragedies a few days after Halloween, but there were a couple that happened yesterday that are just awful. 3 people were killed, several others injured last night when a Halloween hayride trailer was hit by another vehicle in the town of Chunky. Can you imagine? Where do you live? Yeah, I live in Chunky. It's in Mississippi. I've never heard of Chunky, Mississippi.
I like that name, Chunky.
The accident happened before 8 o'clock when the trailer carrying several people was rear-ended by an F-150 on a highway. Now, the Newton County coroner confirmed that the 3 killed in the accident, including 2 kids and 1 adult, several other people were seriously injured. The sergeant at the Chunky Police Department, that just sounds weird, I'm sorry.
Chunky Police Department.
He said it's a very small community. It's a bad thing to happen anywhere, but when it's local, it really hits home. These are good people, and our hearts go out to them. You know, the problem is with these hayrides is I'm pretty sure hayrides don't have seatbelts. So it's kind of like you're asking, you know, for how sad is it that Halloween is meant for a night of fun and it ended in awful tragedy? Perhaps the hayride should have stayed away from the highway that's filled with other traffic. A lot of people, they take things for granted. I think back now to when I took a school bus when I was in junior high school. We went by bus to school. And, of course, you never had seatbelts. And they still don't. I don't think some buses have seatbelts, but not many.
No, I'm sure they all do.
When you go on a public bus, there's no seatbelts.
Oh, yeah.
And not only that, but you're sitting.
School buses do.
I don't think all school buses do, though.
Maybe
in Florida, but not in New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, you get on a public bus, the seats, they go this way. You sit facing each other, and you sit this way, all these different ways. There's no seatbelts. And luckily, we don't hear a lot of these, bus accidents, but it's scary if you think about it. And then in San Antonio, cops are looking for a gunman. Get this, he was dressed as Freddy Krueger.
Oh my goodness, that's
from the
scary.
Nightmare on Elm Street movies. He shot 5 people at a Halloween party. Police say that a group of costume men showed up at the party. They were not invited. At 5 o'clock in the morning, one of them pulled out a gun, started shooting into the crowd.
People are crazy.
4 men, 1 woman shot. The suspects ran away. They left the scene. Police are still looking for them. All 5 victims, of course, went to the hospital. We don't know their conditions, but scary things happen this time of year. People in Fort Myers, which is not that far from here, were armed taking their kids trick-or-treating because there was a fear of clowns that were supposed to be attacking kids. I mean,
incredible.
This is 2016. Nothing good. And by the way, back to the San Antonio thing. This party was at 5 o'clock in the morning. Nothing good happens at a party at 5 o'clock in the morning unless it's you and another person. Right?
I mean, yeah.
But here's the scary part, as if that's not scary enough. The shooter was dressed as Freddy Krueger. How are they going to find this guy?
Right on Halloween. How many people could have been dressed as Freddy Krueger?
I noticed last night something that I've never seen before. And again, this shows you a sign of the times. I saw several businesses that said, take off your mask before entering. Saw that in 2 restaurants last night. I've never seen that before. But that shows you what kind of, world we're in today. All right, coming up next, we now have details on that Spirit Airlines flight from Miami to Dallas that we were not told about prior. Stand by. Quick timeout. This is The Rich Stevens Show.
New on News Talk 850, My Recovery Radio with me, Kent Paul. Real people, real stories, real hope. Whatever pain you may be going through, we are here to share the hope, love, strength, and power with the tools of recovery. Tune in for stories of the broken and the miracles of recovery. Addiction and tragedy are real, but so is recovery. Real people, real stories, real hope.
Every Sunday night, 9 p.m. on News Talk 850.
And live stream online at myrecoveryradio.com.
850 WFTL.
What's your plan for retirement? Listen to Money Essentials Radio with Alicia Alvarez of Essential Financial Services, Sunday morning at 9:30.
When I sit with my clients, the first thing I want to do and I want to ask them is, what do you want your money to do for you?
Learn about strategies that can help protect and grow your portfolio, maximize your Social Security benefits, and help generate sustainable retirement income. Money Essentials Radio with Alicia Alvarez, Sunday morning at 9:30 here on News Talk WFTL.
Feel confident in your investments, just like Crash Proof consumer Joanne Mattia, a marketing manager.
I heard about Crash Proof Retirement on the radio and decided it was something I needed to look into because I had just come out of the 2008 crash where I lost a substantial part of my 401k, which was the largest part of my savings. Phil and Joanne have done a really great job. It just seems to me that they're concerned with everyday people, and that's what was important to me. And when they're speaking with you, they take a personal interest in you, and I like that as well. I feel confident that I'm not going to lose my initial investment, my principal. Every year I'll have a review here. Going forward, I can be confident.
Register for the next Crash Proof event happening Wednesday, November 9th at the DoubleTree Hilton in Palm Beach Gardens at 5 p.m. Call 800-722-9728 or go to crashproofretirement.com.
When you're opening a new office location, but deadlines don't let up, you need to make sure your team can start working fast, which means all of a sudden, you're looking to buy new conference tables and chairs, laptops, and whiteboards quickly. Business cards from American Express Open can give you buying power to help cover the big purchases you need to make when you need to make them. Find out how American Express cards and services can help prepare you for growth at open.com. When your medical practice is growing fast and you have more patients than you have room for, you need to start, making some room, which means all of a sudden you're looking to buy new exam tables and stools, x-ray machines, and microscopes quickly. Business cards from American Express Open can give you buying power.
Hey, and the schedules are telling a big story. ABC's Brad Milkey says that story starts in Florida.
The days of single events are over for Hillary Clinton. She'll sprint through 3 rallies in the Sunshine State today. It's her 3rd time in the state in less than a week. Donald Trump will be here again tomorrow. The state could well be a tipping point, and polls show a dead heat. Meanwhile, the parties are dead even in early voting here. That's good news for Republicans, who trailed at this point 4 years ago. Brad Milkey, ABC News, Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Trump in Pennsylvania this morning before heading to Wisconsin. This morning in Baltimore.
It was hard to look at. It was very hard to look at. Seeing people removed from, it's just a mangled mess.
Rashawn Aldridge on the scene after a school bus collided with a commuter bus. 6 people were killed. No students were on the school bus at the time. Gas supplies could be disrupted again in the southeast. The Colonial Pipeline shut down following an explosion yesterday. Brian Clark, ABC News.
Good morning. I'm Gerard Campbell with an 8:50 WFTL news break. Austin Harriff, the young man charged with killing a Tequesta area couple in August, pleaded with officers to shoot him the night of his alleged crime. He reportedly said, "I ate something bad." A sergeant on the scene asked him what he ate, and Harriff responded by saying, "Humans." The Clintons campaign in southern Florida today, a week out from Election Day. Donald Trump holding a rally in downtown Miami tomorrow. A new study by Washington University in St. Louis shows the Zika virus may also affect male fertility. A study of mice infected with Zika showed the virus caused lasting damage to key cells in the male reproductive system. A Miami-Dade commissioner is pushing for part of a local roadway to be named Jose Fernandez Avenue. That street is in Little Havana near Marlins Stadium. Right now, partly cloudy skies and 79 degrees in Jupiter, partly cloudy skies and 80 in Deerfield Beach. I'm Gerard Campbell, News Talk 850 WFTL.
When you're opening a new office location, but
factors. It's the original breakthrough from Chamonix. They have years of proven results behind it. That's why I want you to try Heart Factors today, absolutely free. Just call 800-621-1393. 800-621-1393. Say, Rich Stevens wants me to try Heart Factors. They'll send it to you free. It's just, this is an incredible offer. Take advantage of it, please. They're going to pull it at any time. I don't want you to miss out. 800-621-1393. 800-621-1393. Better yet, when you call today and you say, Rich Stevens told me to try Heart Factors, they'll even upgrade you to priority shipping so you get it in just a couple days. 800-621-1393. 800-621-1393. That's 800-621-1393.
This report brought to you by Levy and Associates Tax Consultants. Put a levy on your side, not one against you. Call 1-888-4011-LEVY.
All right, we got a couple things to look out.
I'm meteorologist Chris Farrell for CBS 12 News. A nice Tuesday underway for us. A little more wind again today. The wind northeast, breezy, 15 to 20 miles an hour, gust to 25 at times, and the high day near 84, a sunny to partly cloudy sky. Overnight tonight, partly cloudy skies, still quite breezy overnight. Lows near 75 at the coast beach, a little cooler inland near 70.
Politically correct millennials,
stupid people,
bad drivers,
overpaid entitled athletes,
opinions on everything, in fact.
Hi, it's Jennifer and Bill.
Join us 11 a.m. News Talk 850 WFTL.
Don't believe everything you think. We think. Now, back to Rich Stevens.
I got to tell you, something that occurs here probably on a daily basis that it confuses me a little bit. We have beautiful Alpha Media studios that are surrounded, and I wish I could. I can't do it because I don't want to mess up the Rich Stevens TV, but to show you all around. But there's glass, huge glass windows all around on all sides, to my right, to my left, right in front of me, right behind me. And people have this habit, and I don't know, maybe it's just me. So, Evelyn, you tell me, can you do this? Are you good at reading lips? Like if somebody's talking, telling you something, you know what they're saying?
I don't know if I'm the best at it, but I can definitely try.
I got people behind you that you can't see that are talking to me, and they're doing this. And
you can't read them.
I have no idea what they're talking about because I'm trying to do a radio broadcast, and they're trying to tell me something, and I don't know what it is. And I feel bad because...
Right, well, especially when... I could do it if you focus on exactly what they're saying.
Yeah, but I can't focus. I'm driving this bus right now.
I get it.
All right, let me focus on this. By the way, right before the beginning of the show, I walked down to our promotion room, and I saw something laying on the table. And I said to Jack, Jack, can I have these? And he says, you want to give them away? I said, yeah, that'd be great. And it's happening this Thursday at the Kravis Center. Pat Benatar. I've heard these commercials running for the last month or so. Pat Benatar is going to hit you with her best shot at the Kravis Center Thursday night. You want to go? I got tickets right now. And I'll take caller 9 and I'll take caller 10. 877-850-8585. 877-850-8585. So let me see if you're paying attention. Caller 9, caller 10 right now. I'll set you up with... See, now they're talking. Now they're laughing, and I don't know. Are you guys listening in that room? Is that what's going on? And there's a delay, so it's not going to, I won't know, what's going on. But right now, caller 9, caller 10, 877-850-8585. I'm guessing what happened is they just heard what I said a moment ago
About the reading the lips?
Right, because of the delay. So I don't know. With all due respect, I'd love to know what you're saying, and I'd love to know what you're laughing about now, but I have no idea.
They're laughing at us.
Right. So I don't know what we did. Every single phone line is lit up. If you get a busy, hang up, try again. Caller 9 and 10, 877-850-8585. A lot of people want to go see Pat Benatar.
Oh, my God.
And I got to tell you, while, with all due respect to Pat Benatar, when the tickets are free, the concert's even better.
Yeah, of course.
So right now, courtesy of the Rich Stevens Show, after remembering what happened, it's pretty intense. I'll play that for you coming up. I want to give you an update on this Spirit Airlines thing because nobody's talking about this. And it's stuff like this that bothers me more than anything.
That was scary. Was it the bomb?
Yeah. And I don't know why nobody's talking about this, but I have more details. The flight was from Miami to Dallas. They evacuated it because...
Wasn't it from Fort Lauderdale?
No, this was Miami to Dallas. That was a different one. There was another one.
Oh, because that's what I was scared. I was on the plane back, and I was like, Spirit Airlines.
Trust me, when I saw what was going on with these airlines over the weekend, I was thinking about you because I knew you had to come back.
Yeah, and right in that, and then there was a fire in the...
Well, the fire from was it
New
San
York?
Francisco or Chicago? I forgot where it was. Then you had Mike Pence, the vice presidential campaign nominee. His plane went off the runway. Then you had plane, and when this broke on Friday, was it Friday? Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. When it broke Friday, he looks different with glasses, doesn't he? I didn't know who that was.
Oh my goodness. He looks sophisticated.
So we need more cameras in here. So
back to the planes.
I heard about that plane. The breaking news was that a plane was on fire at Fort Lauderdale International Airport, and then it turned out to be that FedEx plane, which was also very strange. And then I made the comment on Friday afternoon. I said, Evelyn's in Atlanta.
I'm on these planes.
Yeah,
I was scared.
So anyway, back to this Spirit Airlines flight. It was scheduled to take off at 8:15 on Sunday, but then was held after flight attendants were alerted to a passenger's text message. So police boarded the plane. They removed 2 passengers. I don't know at this point if they've been arrested. It's also odd to me that we're not getting these details. The rest of the passengers were evacuated, and then FAA officials, with police, they did a complete sweep of the entire plane. Now, the flight eventually took off about 2:30 in the morning, arrived safely, thank God, in Dallas. But this was all because of a text message that somebody said they saw somebody. First of all, how do you read somebody else's text messages? If I'm texting, you can't see my crap on the phone, so I don't know. The bottom line is you got to be careful what you text, especially if you're on a plane or in any other tight quarters, because someone might be looking over your shoulder and sees what you're texting.
Right.
So that's really scary. Now, the guy sending the text, I don't know this for sure, but the guy could have been joking with a friend. The problem here is somebody that saw this, and obviously somebody saw it, may not have known it was a joke. That's why I'm thinking if there was an arrest made, we would have heard about it now. But the passenger saw the text, and this is the bottom line. This is so important. I can't stress this enough. The person who saw the text and then alerted the flight attendants, who alerted the captain, who alerted the police, did the right thing. He saw something, and he said something.
Yes.
It's a lot of people that would have let this just slide. And thankfully, this person, male or female, we don't know who it is, did something and said something. So that's a good thing. And you got to remember that anytime you see something, you got to say something. Even if it turns out to be nothing, you're better off safe than sorry, especially in today's climate. Frank and Margate just texted me. He said, did you know that FedEx plane was on fire had been repainted white? No, I didn't know that. I did hear something, and I'm not sure if they blamed the fire. And that wasn't just a fire. The plane was it was a huge fireball. They blamed, in one report that I saw, that they said that there was a new paint job and that's why it caught on fire, which really doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. So again, I don't believe we get all the details on these things. That's why I think it's important to bring you the info when we get it and whatever we got. And if you have it, of course, you can call too. 877-850-8585. You are listening to The Rich Stevens Show.
Can't listen live? Never miss another show. Joyce, Rich, Jen, and Bill get the podcasts. Listen anytime, anywhere. Available at 850WFTL.com.
Hi, this is Joyce Kaufman, and do you have a family member addicted to painkillers or alcohol or other drugs? Are you desperate to help them stop this downward spiral and get their lives back? The Florida House Experience is the only treatment center in the country that combines cutting-edge medical treatment with highly trained doctors, psychological and psychiatric care. The Florida House Experience uses neuro-rehabilitative techniques that restore the brain so it can be regulated and healthy. The patients feel great, and the once-resistant patient is now ready to receive traditional clinical care. If this is what you want for a loved one, consider the Florida House Experience. Comprehensive treatment for drug and alcohol addiction or drug abuse and mental disorders such as depression, anxiety, codependency, and trauma. For modern-day addiction treatment, call 855-SOBER-16. That's 855-SOBER-16. Or visit online at FHERehab.com. Call 855-SOBER-16. That's 855-SOBER-16. Or visit online at FHERehab.com.
Listen, I want you to get approved today, and you can do that if you call Michael Kotze, or you can text him. Get him on his cell phone, 561-441-2730, 561-441-2730. Why is this urgent? Why do I want you to do this today? Because here's the bottom line. The feds have not yet raised the rates. That means Michael Kotze, I was talking to him over the weekend, he can get you locked into a fixed rate under 3%. I have to repeat that because these numbers are just phenomenal. Fixed rate under 3%. I'm telling you, don't put it off, because when the feds eventually raise the rates, and you know they're going to raise the rates, it will in fact raise these mortgage rates. So get locked in now. You get a same-day approval when you get in touch with Michael Kotze, 561-441-2730. He's standing by 7 days a week to help you out on his personal cell. That's 561-441-2730. He doesn't work banker's hours. He works when you need him most. I was talking to him last night during the game, and he said it's okay because he takes the calls and he responds immediately whenever you need him. 561-441-2730. Listen,
See an affiliated broker-dealer. Member FINRA SIPC.
Listen, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but Thanksgiving is just a few weeks away. Now, if you want to look 10 or 15 youngers, if you want to look 10 or 15 years younger at the Thanksgiving table, then you need to pick up the phone and get Esotic XV today, because the results are brilliant and they are really quick too. Esotic XV is truly better than anything you can find in any department store. And you wonder why? Because of the plant stem cells, the natural peptides, hyaluronic acid, and flower extracts. It's the amazing ingredients in Esotic XV that make all the difference. It's a proprietary-based delivery system that guarantees quick, clean absorption for maximum results. It's simply brilliant. The effects are fast, and you can call and get it today. 800-443-5109. You got to try Esotic XV for yourself. You'll see what everyone is raving about. 800-443-5109. Listen, you're going to see the difference. You will see the results very quickly. If you don't, you get your money back. It's as simple as that. And if you call right now, for the first time, they'll give you Genucel for bags and puffiness free when you say Rich Stevens told me to call. 800-443-5109. That's 800-443-5109. Do it right now. 800-443-5109.
When all 20 grandkids are here and their parents are all running late. When you've been married 40 years but still plan a great date. When you've had 2 full servings of veggies and you're feeling really great.
With 2 full servings of veggies in every glass, there's nothing like the original V8 to fuel a full day. Get your V8 today.
Looks like we finally got a bit of relief on the roadways. 95 northbound after Indiantown. All lanes have reopened from that earlier crash that was blocking all lanes at one point. Still expect some slowdowns from Donald Ross Road. You can take the turnpike to get around it. This report brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Mothers Against Drunk Driving supports victims of drunk driving, drug driving, and underage drinking at no charge. Call their 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org. That's MADD.org. I'm Ace Torres at your 850 WFTL traffic.
Being an independent means never having to say you're sorry. It's Joyce Kaufman. Catch me every weekday at noon right here on News Talk 850 WFTL.
If you can't say something nice, call the Rich Stevens Show.
Bakr al-Baghdadi of the Islamic State.
Okay. What's your name?
I pledge my allegiance to Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi Hafidullah on behalf of the Islamic State.
Where are you at?
In Orlando.
Where in Orlando?
And the call just ended like that. Now imagine these 911 operators who have such, I can't even imagine being a 911 operator and the calls, the people pleading for help. And as somebody that's unfortunately had to call 911 often, when you call, the voice on the other end is somebody that deals with all kinds of things. But now, at this point, everybody in Orlando at the call center was well aware of the shooting that had just occurred, and then you get a call like that. I can't even imagine. I want to play part of the call where Omar began speaking to an Orlando police negotiator who's trying his best to, obviously, again, just like the 911 operators, these people that have these responsibilities to be a negotiator, whether it be a hostage negotiator or just a negotiator in general. I mean, I can't even imagine. I know we see this. If you're like me, you love Law and Order, Blue Bloods, all these cop shows, but, you know, they try to get pretty close to these real-life situations. But then when you hear something, which I'm about to play for you, that is a real recording from this Orlando massacre, I want this to sink in for just a moment and realize, well, I think it speaks for itself.
Hello, Omar. This is Andy from Orlando Police.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what's going on right now, Omar.
Yo, the airstrike that killed Abu Wahib a few weeks ago,
yes,
that's what triggered it, okay?
Okay.
Okay? They shouldn't have bombed and killed Abu Wahib, okay?
I understand.
And do your homework and figure out who Abu Wahib is, okay?
I understand that. What I want to find out is, are you injured? Omar. Well, I understand that, but if you're injured, I want to get you some help.
No.
Okay, do you have somebody with you?
None of your business.
Okay, tell me what you want me to pass along. Because I can't sit here and do research. I want to pass along. Tell them to stop bombing in Syria.
Yes, the airstrikes need to stop. Stop collaborating with Russia. Okay?
I can pass that along.
And let it be known. Let it be known. In the next few days, you're going to see more of this type of action going on, okay?
Okay. I understand that. I can pass that along. Where is that going to happen?
None of your business. Just let it be known it's going to be done in the name of the Islamic State. Even though it's not airstrikes, strikes here, okay?
I understand that.
Now, we understand what you're listening to. However, again, I think that we are so desensitized because these things happen on TV and they're not real. And then you hear something that's real. I actually got this last night and I listened to it 5 times. I will admit that it took the third time for it to actually sink in how bizarre it really is. And this guy, Andy, this police negotiator in Orlando, who's got this job of talking to this guy that just killed so many people and injured, I don't even remember what the count was, but I know it was a lot of people. It was the biggest mass shooting in American history in Orlando. And when he said that there's going to be more like this, some people have analyzed and said, well, maybe he was planning on getting away and doing more himself, or maybe, in fact, there are people that are sitting around waiting for the opportunity to do something else similar, God forbid. The problem is you can't prevent this kind of stuff. And I go back to the plane and the text message, and this is why. And, you know, after this happened, people say, oh, yeah, well, you know, he stayed to himself and blah, 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 all this crap. We keep hearing the same thing after each one of these mass shootings. Now, the thing that scares me more than anything, we've gone a while without one of these mass shootings. I am by no means trying to incite anything, but I'm trying to get it into your head that if there's somebody you work with, that if there's somebody you see in the store, that if there's somebody you run into at the gas station or 7-Eleven, wherever you are, that just seems a little off, pick up the phone and say something. Like this person on the plane did. Oversaw a message joking, we think, about a bomb on a freaking plane. You got to be out of your mind to be joking like this. But even if it turns out to be something that was a joke, in that case, it was, prevent it from happening. Don't be the next, well, he seemed like a quiet guy and I never would expect anything like